Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome from Zurich here. We are again here at the Precious Metals Summit. It's the first day and my first interview partner, a long-lived mining legend, I would call him already, Quinton Hennigh, and he's the CEO of San Cristobal Mining. Welcome and good morning.
Always a pleasure.
Great to see you, Quinton. You have really a long life in the mining sector with a lot of success, of course. Now, San Cristobal Mining, I just went a little bit through the company. I was, shocked, positively impressed, because you are one of the absolutely top silver producers in the world, plus lead, plus zinc, and you are private.
The way I refer to it is we're the biggest unknown silver company in the world. Yeah. I mean, basically, that's what we are. We're private. Yes, you're correct. And we are if you look at San Cristobal as a mine, it's the fifth largest mine in the world, silver mine in the world. And then if you look at it as a company, we're probably about fourth, I think, in the aggregate silver equivalent production, something like that. So we do have zinc and lead production as well, but we're doing about 38, 39 million ounce silver equivalent per year.
Wow, that's really a lot, I would say. What is the silver alone?
Silver alone's about 17 million ounces.
Oh, that's really big. Wow, fantastic.
And revenue-wise, that's actually most of our revenue, if you think about it. Anyway.
Okay, so that's really a pity that we cannot invest directly via the stock exchange, but maybe a listing in the future.
We don't have any plans to list in the immediate future.
I hope for it. Okay, but if somebody says, I want to buy some shares in your company, is that even possible?
Look, we're trying to accommodate a lot of our existing shareholders and new buyers through secondary process. So we are trying to target one per quarter. Okay, so basically 4 times a year, we will have some form of process. We don't necessarily handle it directly. We have a broker who handles it. And if people have an interest, they just need to contact us, and we can point them to the broker, and they can sort it out.
Okay, super. That rings a bell. Good. So Bolivia. It's probably not the most easiest place in the world, I would call it, but you had elections. And what I heard from my contacts, that things are going much, much smoother now, much, much better than it was, let's say, the last 10, 20 years. What is your, I couldn't say feeling, but what are you facing every day? Is it okay for you? How does it work?
Yeah, look, I'm going to start by saying just briefly that we are agnostic when it comes to politics in Bolivia. Okay, we're content with whatever the people of Bolivia decide. It's really their choice to make, and the mine has operated quite successfully for almost 20 years now in production, under what was the Mas Party until recently. Okay, now with the new president, obviously Bolivia is going through a dynamic shift right now. It's going towards a capitalistic society, and you're seeing a lot of hope that there's going to be some regulatory and tax and economic renaissance, I guess is the best way to put it, in the country. I think we're going to see some very good days ahead for Bolivia. I think if anything, I think it was in August or September maybe, Ross Beatty, just out of the blue, and he caught me off guard, but he said Bolivia was the best place in South America to invest. And that was kind of prescient. I think we're now seeing that. I think absolutely, hands down.
Fantastic, super. So let's talk about the company. 17 million ounces of silver plus lead and zinc, and we talk about I think it was 175,000 tons of zinc, right? Plus 58,000 tons of lead. So that's really a lot. What are your production costs? How does it look like economically?
It's a good question. Okay, because we are private, and so the data isn't broadly out there, but right now our co-product cash cost is just under 15.
Wow.
All-in cost about $2 higher than that, so maybe 17.
Okay, that's a beautiful margin
at $50 silver equivalent basis. That's co-product, so it's silver equivalent basis. Yeah.
Okay, super. So what you gonna do with the profits?
We have aspirations to grow. I think what people have to understand about us and San Cristobal is that when we entered the picture, when we acquired San Cristobal, it was really about the upside that was there. We've been drilling around the pit, for example, which hasn't been done for many years. And we've already added probably 8 years additional sulfide just in the past year or so. We're going to add probably another 15-ish years with luck, sulfide. So we're going to see sulfide life go way out, maybe 2040s, 2050, something like that.
Okay.
And then we have two other projects that are really important. We've got an oxide silver project, which was never developed in the early days. The oxide material that was stripped off the top of the ore body in the early days was stockpiled around site. And then we have some in situ oxide as well. This oxide silver mineralization is a project in its own right, and we are putting it through feasibility study right now. I'd say April-ish we'll have our feasibility done. And right now it's looking like about 13 million ounce silver production per year.
Wow.
Of course, this would be in the form of doré because it's an oxide project, but that would add to our sulfide production. So you can see that's a huge amount of growth right there.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, we have a new discovery that we've made. It's about 45 kilometers from the existing sulfide pit. So this is a new project, new area. And we see developing that as well. Okay.
Could you do it like a hub and spoke then?
I think there's room for some of the processing over at our existing mill, yes, but it might need its own mill too. We don't know yet. We're drilling it right now. We're putting it through scoping study at this time. I'd say in about 3 to 6 months I'll have an answer for you on that. But it's an amazing project. It can actually generate maybe up to 20 million ounces per year of silver, straight silver production. So if you look at the growth, we're, say 37, 38 million ounce right now, 13 with the oxide. Well, that takes us almost to 50. And then with this new project, maybe up to 65, 70 million ounces, of which most would be silver.
Yeah, that's super. Time-wise, when do you think those two productions could be, let's say,
we're going to start
commercial?
Commercial. Let's see, oxide, give us about 3 years. Once we pull the trigger, about 3 years.
So by the end of this decade, definitely everything is on full throttle. Because if I look at the deficit in the silver market, your ounces are desperately needed.
Exactly.
Right?
This is we're filling a hole at the right time. So the oxide probably by late 2029, and actually the same for the new discoveries. Well, with the new administration in Bolivia, I think there's room to talk about accelerating that. What we're really looking for is the right of incentives to invest in Bolivia further, and I think we're starting to see that picture come together. But we have aspirations outside of Bolivia as well. Most people who are invested in us know that we have ambitions in Ireland, for example. We've picked up the Galmoy mine, and we're reopening that right now. So
Super.
We got lots of growth.
Fantastic. So how do you honor your shareholders? I mean, you're a private asset. There is not like let's say a stock exchange price if you want to do it like that. But do you pay some dividends, or do you send them every year a kilo silver bar?
We do pay a dividend, yes. And it's a pretty robust dividend. I think anybody who's a shareholder appreciates that fact. And quite frankly, by the time this dividend is paid in January, everybody that came in, even in the initial equity round, will have covered their cost basis. So and more so.
That's hefty. Fantastic. Super. I'm a dividend junkie too, as I love gold and silver. So sounds like great investment. We should talk later, definitely.
Wonderful.
Super. Quinton, thank you very much for the insight. Wish you well, of course.
I really enjoy interviewing.
I would say keep it going, because the world desperately needs your silver, especially I think the guys in London these days.
And zinc.
And zinc, of course. And zinc. Super. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there was Quinton Hennigh, the CEO of San Cristobal Mining from Bolivia. And you heard it. This is one of the largest silver producers in the world, plus zinc, plus lead. And also they have 2 projects in the making. So by 2028 to 2030, this company can easily go then to 65 million ounces silver equivalent. Unfortunately, they are private, but I'm pretty sure if you contact the company, there might be a chance that you can take some stock. I love it because they pay dividends, and I think this is the right way. So please check the company out. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Zurich, from Precious Metal Summit.